nurturing, courageous, and incredibly optimistic. This is what my mother means to me. Hi everyone, my name is Mukti, and I'm here to tell you a story about glitter, confetti, and absolute euphoria. When I was little, I loved making homemade cards for my mother, be it any occasion, birthdays, anniversaries, or simply because I wanted to give her some extra love that day, as if I wasn't clingy enough already. My bond with my mother was incredibly special to me. Watching movies every weekend, concocting odd recipes leading to baking mishaps, and spontaneous road trips were all memories that connected us as a family. All of it, however, came crashing down on me when I saw her being wheeled away on the gurney. The scars from the memories of that night left an everlasting impression on me. My mother looked tired and needed a break from her usual frenetic schedule, or so I thought to myself. I was woken up by my dad a couple hours after everybody fell asleep, only for him to tell me my mother needed to be rushed to the hospital. She had unusual pain. The anxiety and panic that swept my body when I saw her being taken into the ambulance made me think that there was nothing more that I could do. Not being in control of my emotions or of what would happen to my mother was an indescribable experience. It didn't matter though. I still thought to myself, I would get to talk to her and everything would be okay. But when I saw her still unresponsive, I broke down into an endless spring, unable to catch hold of the maze of emotions that ran through my head. I was taken out of that room physically numb. A void in my heart could now never be filled as regret engulfed me. I should have spent more time with her. I should have listened to her rants. I should have let her scold me more if it meant I could talk to her just one more time. All those endless questions and what ifs hit me like a brick as I got lost in time. The next couple of days blurred together. I started to withdraw from doing things that I loved simply because I didn't have the energy. My mental health was going down a spiral, and a small voice in my head started blaming myself for the situation I was in. The loss of my mother was a journey that reshaped my very essence. Before her passing, the notion of losing someone so profoundly dear was distant, almost theoretical. It was a concept I had never truly contemplated, let alone experienced to such an extent. But when it became my reality, it felt as if the very ground I stood upon had crumbled beneath me, leaving me feeling utterly powerless. This loss demanded resilience. I had to learn to navigate a world without her reassuring presence, a world that had now become unrecognizable. Amidst the darkness, memories of my mother began to flood my consciousness. One of them was singing with her. Every Friday, we used to go to my place of worship, where my mother taught other children and I songs from our tiny notebook. And I believe it just stuck with me. Another one of these memories was baking with her. I still remember her and I baking a cake, which we burnt in the end. and I still remember making cards for her. Even if it was half-torn or still sticky around the edges. This was one of them. An absolute masterpiece. These memories were not mere recollections. They were the catalysts of the change that I would soon experience. My relationships with those around me began to shift. Loss forced me to reevaluate and redefine these connections. My bond with my father, who's here with us today, underwent a profound metamorphosis. What was once a relationship characterized by relative distance transformed into a deep and newfound closeness. Bonding over shared memories and leaning on each other forged a stronger connection, stronger than I had ever anticipated. With my mother's guidance and support no longer available, I also had to become more self-reliant. I learned to manage tasks that I once depended on her for, from cooking to simple problem solving. This newfound independence was both empowering and challenging. So, here's my open letter to the strangest friend I've made throughout this journey. Loss. To loss, I say, thank you for showing me my weaknesses. And to my mom, thank you for giving me your strengths. Loss is not a fleeting change, but rather a lasting transformation. A testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to adapt, grow, and find strength in the face of life's most formidable challenges. Now, life doesn't necessarily get better after a heartbreaking loss. It gets different. And with hope, that difference will lead to moments of joy again, alongside the grief you will always carry in your heart. As I was writing this speech, I was moving houses, once again leaving behind a lot and taking with me a lot more. As I sifted through the endless papers lying at the bottom of my mother's closet, one that would never see us again, I saw a rather ordinary paper at the bottom, unfolding to reveal something extraordinary. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you.